In this video, I'm going to show you an amazing self-love practice that helped me really blossom into self-love way more than any other practice that I've tried before that. My self-love journey began back in like 2017, 2016-ish time frame. It was on the heels of after going through a major, I guess it wasn't major, but after going through a divorce, I realized that I really severely lacked in that area in self-love. Like I didn't even really know what the concept was. I had a healthy amount of self-confidence, but that's not always the same thing as self-love. And I began to learn that after and maybe some of you guys will know what I mean by this, but after a twin flame journey that really helped pull out my self-love and what I needed to do to bring that level up. It was a cup that was very much empty and became very glaringly obvious to me through that connection that I needed to work on that. So, but it wasn't until 2020 that when I tried this practice, and it kind of riffed off of another person's, off of the mirror technique, but it wasn't until I did this one, I shifted something in it that brought me to a whole new level. And what that practice is eye gazing in the mirror. Now this is going to be different than the other eye gazing you may be familiar with. I know there are a lot of different approaches to this, and each tool offers its own benefits. But for this particular one, it's going to double down on your self-love down to your core, down to your absolute core. So what I invite you to do is stand in front of a mirror, or you may sit and be comfortable. It may feel a little uncomfortable at first, but try to lean into the uncomfortability as much as you can. Or if it's too intense, take it in bite-sized intervals until you can sit there for a number of minutes, because the longer you eye gaze, the better the outcome. So step 2, after you are seated and you're comfortable and you're looking at yourself in the eyes, I want you to dive in deeper into the eyes. So have you ever heard that saying that the eyes are the windows to the soul? That is the essence, that is the energy that we are trying to tap into here. Only instead of looking for your soul, or you could do that, this is completely explorative and experiential. Wherever it takes you is perfect for you, for where you're at. And if you're open to trying it this way, I invite you to look not only just for your soul in there, but to see God in your eyes. This is, I can't even tell you what to expect. Don't expect anything, okay, first of all. Second of all, I can share with you my experience, but I don't want you to expect that that same thing will happen to you. But I understand you probably want some reference to know if it's worth your time. It totally is worth your time, but what I experienced, it's almost beyond words, because it's just like, it was very profound. But after staring in the eyes of seeing Source, God, in my eyes, reflecting back at me, it just hit it home. Like it brought it home how I am an aspect of Mother, Father, God, Source, just like you are, or whatever higher power is, the divine that you attribute whatever name to. It's being able to see that I am an aspect of that, and that I'm so uniquely created in such my own unique way that I get to own this. Like we all have unique fingerprints. It's kind of like tapping into that uniqueness. And so it's like, if I see and can witness Source through me, then how could I not love myself? Do I not love God? You know what I'm saying? What I feel that this practice brings forward, brings front view, is the fact that we are Source. And that I don't think we see ourselves like that as much, but to like, and you might conceptually or intellectually know that you may be an aspect of God or have that belief, but to see it like eye to eye and in this visual and visceral experience is like completely next level. It brought me joy beyond joy. I was like crying because it was so deeply, profoundly moving to see myself and witness myself. My God self, if you will. And whenever I'm feeling low on my self-love, or anytime I just want to tap back into that essence, that empowered state, I will do this eye gazing and for a period there, I was doing it every morning, just to get through COVID, because there were some tough times in COVID. And just in short, it kind of just brought me home. It made me feel home inside my own body. It made me feel like it's safe to love myself and love my body, to be happy to be me. And I don't think we take enough time out of our day-to-day lives to do something like this. I don't think that there are enough practices in this world that remind us of that factor, of all these factors. But I highly recommend doing this eye gazing practice at least once to try it. Just humor me out, okay? Humor me and try it out. And if you had a great experience from there, I highly, highly encourage you to do it as daily or as often as you need to be reminded of how amazing you truly are, how God is you, you are God. There's no separation, and that you are uniquely you. Why wouldn't you love yourself? And it always brings me back to that other thing I just mentioned, that if I love God, then why would I not love myself? So yeah, that took it to like the infinite degree. If before the eye gazing and eye gazing into others is like level 1 or 2, this is like level 100. So I hope this practice delivers to you exactly what you need in cultivating deeper levels of profound self-love that are sustainable and real and authentic to you. Please let me know how this practice goes. What do you experience? What kind of emotions do you feel? What kind of epiphanies do you hit? Do you hear any guidance as you are eye gazing? I want to know all the things. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.